Well, what is going on, everybody? It's Donovan with Team Tate Outdoors. Today is a fabulous day because I've got my guys coming here to take care of the pond. So my buddy Brandon from Cooper Excavating just brought their big dozer out here, and we're fixing to dig out this pond and get this thing professionally taken care of because I just could not get it done on my own. Let's get this party started. Well, that is one soupy mess. That is all the mud at the very bottom of the pond that they said just will not get dry over time. It just kind of stays wet. They have to get down through that stuff before they can actually seal the pond with good clay. That's all sediment and mud. That's not going to seal. So that's why they're digging all that out, moving all that dirt over the pond bank. We have a big section that needed a lot of dirt, so that's where they're moving all that to in hopes that we can get this thing sealed up. They have done a lot of work in a very, very short amount of time. Well, for the most part, they've got all the mud and sludge out of the bottom. Now he's getting ready to start pushing all the clay from the shallow side and start moving it all the way in and making an entire clay, like, I guess a liner on the entire bottom, all that clay and shell. It's really good clay, and that's gonna stop the water from leaking. And then they're gonna run around it a bunch, kind of packing it in. He's moved the last of the sludge over here on this hill. We had a little like hole in there where we left the clay at from the last time that we dug. And he's just kind of filled that in. He's gonna spread that out and make it nice and smooth. And we'll have some grass that grows in there. Basically be a big hill going off into the meadow. All right, we're gonna keep time lapsing. Well guys, the pond is finally finished. Cooper Excavating spent about 2.25 days here with a with the big track hoe and the big D6 dozer. They took out all the sludge out of our pond, and yes, behind me you can see this is actually our burn pile. We're going to be having a bonfire here with our youth group probably in a couple weeks. So they put it all the way down on the bottom of this pond for me, like I asked them to, so that we can have a place to safely burn because it is dry in Oklahoma. However, just wanted to show you, we parked the four-wheeler right here, and we're going to fly this drone up and we're going to show you how big this pond actually is. We believe the pond to be close to a ½ acre, and I don't know, it's probably 12 to 15 foot deep in the deepest spot. They widened up the front of the pond where we originally dug all that out, cut the trees out, and made this pond bigger. Now it's a lot bigger. They extended it out into my field so we could see a little bit more of it from the house. Smoothed out all my rough edges that I had worked on. They really polished it up really nicely, and I couldn't be happier. Even Dizzy's happier. Look at that. She's loving it. Something really cool that we did, down about 2 foot in the water, I asked them if they could make me like a little flat right here for spawning so that this spot would get warm and nice and flat. So I expect all the bluegill beds to be kind of on this flat before it drops off down this hill. And I know it's really hard to see depth with a pond that's all the same color, but I'm going to do my best to show you guys the difference here. So it's all graded out, feathered in with all the topsoil so that we can grow grass and stuff all the way up out of the pond. All cut out, and all I got to do now is add some sand and peat gravel right in here, put in some fish structure, and it's even deeper. You can see that little slope it drops down. A lot more fishing area for the pond. Pond bank is a lot higher. I think they said the pond bank is about 3 foot above the full level. Our overflow is going to be in this section right here. This is the lowest part of the pond, and that, with it being like 15 or 20 foot wide, will allow the water to just go over it, run down along the side of the pond, and then go into the creek, which will be really nice. I couldn't be more pleased. Guys, I tried my hardest to get this done by myself, and it just wasn't happening. I rented equipment, I wasted a lot of time. I mean, I cleared out all the trees, and we had somewhat of a pond for a little while, but we could not get the leak stopped. And I think if it wouldn't have leaked, I would have left it the way it was. But definitely calling in some professionals like Cooper Excavating, they were able to make it deeper, make it bigger, seal it up. And we actually found, we were told that this property had a natural spring on it, and we didn't believe them because all we had was like a wet spot in the pond. But I'm going to go back down this pond, and I'm going to show you that we actually do have, I don't know if it's a natural spring or just groundwater that's coming out, but I found out where it's coming out of. You can already see that this water is already gathering here. And right here, that little hole right there, watch this. You can kind of see the water oozing out of it, like a little crack going down in there. I don't know if I opened that up and it would gush water or not, but we definitely have some fresh water coming into the pond. Dizzy likes it. And they just got finished with this probably about 2 hours ago. We've already gathered this much water, so it's definitely seeping in. I don't know how long that little tiny bit will put water into the pond, but it sure beats water going out of the pond. That's for sure. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this pond build. It's been about 2 years in the making. This spring we're gonna fill it up and we're gonna put some fish in it. We'll have a whole series about that. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment. And as always, we'll see you on the next video. Come on, Diz. To see where this pond came from, click on this video right here, and this is the very beginning of our pond build.